Hello, my name is Joseph Meluso, and as part of my Playwell job application process, I am required to answer a couple of questions. While I did have the option of typing these out, I did want to try the second option of submitting a YouTube video answering them on camera. So I'm really looking forward to this, and here are the questions. Number one, why do I want to work with Playwell? Well, to put it very simply, Playwell represents a lot of values that I hold myself as an educator, and it helps me with learning a bunch more skills or improving the ones that I already have and going forward with my education career. Currently, I am still working on my bachelor's degree of being an elementary education teacher, and that means I still have some experience to go before I get out into the field, but I still have some to work with, and I would definitely use this opportunity to improve on those skills. Working more in different classroom settings, having lesson plans available, and getting the right materials together, all different kinds of aspects that I want to be sure that I can really cover well, and if there is a situation, know exactly how to handle it. I also think this is a great opportunity because Playwell is very well occupied with Lego as part of their programming and using STEM and, different engineering resources to do a lot of the programs. So this is great for me because I have been a longtime fan of Lego. Ever since I was a kid, I have been building all different kinds of things. I have now this entire room that's dedicated to Lego building and Lego history and a little bit of collecting on the side too, but there's also plenty of experimentation, getting to understand different ways that pieces can go together so that I can develop more engineering skills. I could do more problem solving and develop on all different aspects of just interaction with other people that Lego really gets to offer inside of a classroom setting. So I believe that my application and employment with Playwell is a good way to develop more of these skills and be able to help other people in their development. The next question that I had was, if I was given 10,000 ping pong balls, what would I do with them? Well, instead of trying to explain it just by talking about it, I'd like to show you a little bit of a design that I've been coming up with as what I would do with it. So for a while now of talking with other adult LEGO collectors and LEGO fans, I've learned about a system that is known as GBC, also known as the Great Ball Contraption. It's a way of setting up several modules that go in a line, sometimes in a circle around each other, to create a continuous loop of sending balls that go from one machine to another in all different kinds of functions, and each of them can be very unique and very expressive. I've actually had several plans for some on my own, but using ping pong balls would make things on a larger scale. So why not think bigger with that in mind? The first thought I had was to develop a machine that might start off with a staircase type of setup. Each of these would move alternately up and down and would carry each of the ping pong balls up the staircase. Then it would move into a system that could probably have some slides with it. So we could have slides that go in multiple directions. And kind of reminds me a little bit of like a marble maze, something I grew up with and still like experimenting with to this day and understanding GBC. Then I would probably go into a system with a chain link so that on different points, each of the ping pong balls that would run through here can carry up to another platform. On this platform, it would carry out to get ready for this, a ping pong table, where on the other side of it, there will be a machine set up on its own platform that will operate with an arm. The arm will rotate in a certain motion and carry a paddle along the side of it. So every time that a ping pong ball goes through here, it will be synced up in time with the machine, and as the ping pong ball bounces to the other side of the table, the ping pong paddle will hit it into another direction. Not necessarily over the rest of the model, but perhaps into another table, or it could just hit it around this table trying to score. If it does land somewhere on the floor, we could have a bucket that collects some of these and run it along a track that can bring it back to the front. This is sometimes done with a railroad track I've seen before with GBC modules, and I can sometimes program it using a system known as LEGO Mindstorm. So that sort of system could be interesting to try to make perpetual motion all the way across. This would obviously require a lot of ingenuity and a lot of different Lego pieces, but it'd still be a very cool thing to see from one side to the other and return back. And even if they do fall off on the other side of the table, if it just misses the paddle, we could also have a bin down here that collects them and maybe slides them down. So it will always go in the motion towards this little cart. And therefore, every ping pong ball will work its way back around. 10,000 of them seems like a large number to work with, but with a system like this and a large scale of that system, remember this is a ping pong table, not just a card table, so a little bit larger. This would be enough for people to see a lot of ping pong balls going back and forth, and it would be quite the sight when they start hitting back and forth with the paddle. So thank you in advance for taking the time to look at my application, and I hope to hear from you very soon. In the meantime, I'll keep practicing my skills with different Lego pieces and techniques, and seeing what I can do to prepare myself for my new opportunities.